Hey, how's it going YouTube? This is your boy Chosen and welcome to today's discussion video. So I know for the past 2 to 3 weeks I've been constantly uploading videos leaning towards the Boruto series. So this month I will try to get my Naruto only subs more involved in these videos. And depending how they do, I'll decide then if I'll consistently keep them going. So as you guys saw by today's title, today we are going to be talking about all 4 of Naruto's different modes. Those being Kurama Link Mode 1, which is the incomplete version, Kurama Link Mode 2, which is when Kurama and Naruto finally decided to work together along with the added Sage Mode, 6 Path Sage Mode, which was the power granted to him by the Sage of 6 Path, and Baryon Mode, which is known as Naruto's final transformation. So without further ado, let's begin with Kurama Link Mode, or Chakra Mode. This transformation has been labeled as many few different things by people, but at the end of the day, its name might differ, but not the actual transformation itself. Now I should state that for this transformation and all the others that come after, they are only accessible through Kurama. You cannot receive these transformations by any other tailed beast. So no matter how hard someone like Killer Bee trains, he can never gain access to this kind of power that Naruto holds. To be honest, even other users who hold Kurama within cannot obtain this kind of power, due to the kind of relationship both the tailed beasts and humans typically have. So yeah, Naruto is clearly just built different compared to the other hosts of the 9 tails. Now, even though technically speaking, Kurama Link Mode is just one transformation in general, with Naruto, we kinda see 3 different stages when it comes to it. KCM 1 is the first one, which I'm about to dive into, then followed by KCM 2, and then KCM 2 plus Sage Mode. But at the end of the day, to its core, these should all work almost the same way. The only reason KCM 1 and 2 are so different is, again, in KCM 1, Naruto did not have full cooperation with Kurama, unlike in KCM 2. In KCM 2 Sage Mode, well, yeah, it's literally just as I named it. He applies the amp of Sage Mode onto his pre-existing transformation in an attempt to take down Obito, as his weakness was Sage Mode based attacks. In KCM 1, Naruto undergoes a completely new transformation that nobody has ever seen, even as a reference. This was the first time we have ever seen the Golden Chakra. The first thing we can point out about this mode is the incredible difference between base Naruto and KCM 1. Hell, even Sage Mode Naruto will get completely washed if he went up against himself in KCM 1. KCM 1 Naruto has shown some amazing feats, like being able to dodge the Raikage at full speed. And I know it was compared to Minato dodging the Raikage, but in Naruto's defense, Minato used a kunai to teleport, unlike Naruto who dodged it with his own pure speed. So yeah, it's safe to say he's extremely fast at that point, being able to dodge an attack that moved at the speed of lightning. In general, KCM 1, along with the other further transformations, further increases the user's physical capabilities, and it just gets better and better as each transformation goes on. Some known abilities Naruto was able to perform was the planetary Rasengan, which looks to be like 3 Rasengans surrounding one giant Rasengan. He was also able to detect negative emotions through anyone, which proved useful against his Zetsus, as he was able to differ out the ones disguised as ninjas. Now this ability wasn't effectively used that much after KCM 1 up until Naruto became Hokage, and that was the use of Chakra arms, as we see Hokage Naruto develop further by adding giant Rasengans onto each of them, which I'll get into later. Naruto also contains so much chakra within that he was able to summon multiple Shada clones that you can easily scale to Kage level. And this is just KCM 1. I haven't even gotten to the second state yet. One of those clones was able to take down the damn 3rd Raikage. Like, it's a damn clone. The biggest flaw, of course, with this mode, however, is again the fact that him and Kurama were not in sync. So if Naruto used his transformation for long, there was a chance Kurama would be able to take over. In conclusion, this transformation was the pinnacle point for Naruto in terms of raw power progression, as it just went upwards from here. The next stage of Kurama Link Mode is KCM 2, which is basically the complete version of this mode, but not the most powerful, as I'll touch on Sage Mode afterwards. Naruto achieves this mode immediately after befriending Kurama in one of the most badass ways in the whole series.
He is a ninja of the Hidden Leaf Village, and his name is Naruto Uzumaki.
You're no longer the Demon Fox. You are a partner of a citizen of the Hidden Leaf Village. Kurama! Now let's do this!
Visually, this transformation just looks amazing, and the biggest difference, of course, is the chakra cloak he gains with this mode, whereas in KCM 1, we just see the pouring chakra released from his original clothes. The biggest difference, of course, between the two is now that Kurama synced with Naruto, they were able to perform some pretty crazy abilities together. For starters, in KCM 1, Naruto was not able to perform a proper tailed beast ball, even a mini one when only using the power of Kurama. But together, he not only summoned a 9 tails avatar that was cloaked in the same chakra he was in, but was able to perform a tailed beast bomb attack that matched not 1 or 3, ability, but 5 other tailed beast bombs combined into one attack. So yeah, you can just see how powerful Kurama is alone compared to the other tailed beasts. Also, creating that mini tailed beast ball I mentioned before is as easy as him creating a Rasengan. Again, the difference between version 1 and 2 are outstanding, and it's not like Naruto undergoes a crazy long training arc to master this. It just comes to him naturally with Kurama's cooperation. I think the most impressive feat in KCM 2 is not only the fact that every move he performs or failed to perform in KCM 1 is just superior, but the fact that he was able to share an enormous amount of chakra to all the shinobi in the alliance while still being able to go toe-to-toe against people like Jubito, which made the whole difference. As you could argue that Naruto sharing his chakra is one of the reasons as to why they were able to win that war. Even Sasuke was shocked to see Naruto hold such power. He was extremely confident after unlocking the EMS, but after seeing what Naruto was capable of doing in KCM 2, he ended up pulling out the Arthur meme with the clenched out fist. Adding on to the Kurama avatar, Naruto was also able to summon parts of Kurama's body, as seen when he summoned the head of Kurama to catch Obito's giant shuriken. So again, like I said, KCM 2 is like KCM 1, but just superior, as he can do everything better in many ways. Even physical capability. If the Raikage thought Naruto was fast then, Naruto in KCM 2 going up against Raikage at full speed would literally have enough time to pants the dude, then dodge his attack. And that isn't even me adding in the fact that he can use Sage Mode while in KCM 2. And for those who don't know about Sage Mode can also boost the user's physical capabilities. So my god, Naruto in KCM 2 Sage Mode is insanely fast. Obviously not 6-path fast, but he's still really fast. With the addition of Sage Mode, Naruto was able to sufficiently damage Obito as he started combining Sage Mode into his original attacks. The most powerful thing to come out of KCM 2 Naruto is of course the giant Kurama avatar that rivals the Susanoo. Even though Naruto and Sasuke did struggle against Jubito, had they used their transformations on anyone else at the time, my god. So that basically covers all 3 stages of Kurama Link mode, to where we have KCM 1, KCM 2, and KCM 2 Sage mode. Now we're getting into the juicy stuff, which I imagine most of you watching are pretty excited for. 6-path Sage mode, which has been known to be Naruto's strongest transformation up to chapter 51 of Boruto, which is when Baryon mode made its first and possibly only appearance. 6-path Sage mode is possibly the most busted transformation we have in the entire universe. And yes, I'm debating that over Baryon mode, even though Baryon mode is significantly stronger, but when I get into that mode later on, I'll explain why. Now I'm not going to talk about 6-path Sage mode as a whole, just specifically Naruto's, since again this video is me explaining all of Naruto's modes. So if you want a further explanation, I made a video explaining the 6-path differences between Naruto and Sasuke. Feel free to watch after this video. Naruto achieved 6-path Sage mode through the power of Hagoromo, as he evenly distributed half of his power between Naruto and Sasuke in hopes that the cycle would end. Now despite the fact that his power was distributed evenly, it's no debate that Naruto at the end of Shippuden and even in Boruto was stronger than Sasuke. Of course, the reason isn't because he got the better half of Hagoromo, but because he was already stronger than Sasuke prior. The misconception people have with 6-path Naruto is that the only way to tell if he's in 6-path mode is based off of the seal and truth secret orbs, as when he doesn't possess these two, he's in KCM 2, which is false. What people don't understand is that Naruto is in 6-path mode based off of his eyes, not the transformation. The transformation is literally KCM 2 Sage mode stacked on top of the 6-path chakra given to Naruto by Hagoromo. Now of course I think it's obvious that again, physical feats just vastly improve in this transformation, as they literally will as this list keeps going on. Naruto was so fast that he was able to dodge a light speed attack while off guard, meaning he had absolutely no idea what Madara was going to do prior to that moment. Some basic abilities that Naruto possesses in this mode is the ability to fly, and the ability to possess true secret orbs, which can literally kill any mere mortal. Oh, and Naruto in this mode is extremely durable, which is one of the main reasons as to why he is more powerful than Sasuke. Almost any injuries, like being impaled, can easily be fixed with his regeneration abilities. In terms of personal abilities, this is where shit gets really cool. With 6-path mode, Naruto was able to effectively use small pieces of each tailed beast chakra, as we see him perform the super tailed beast Rasen Shuriken, where he enhances 9 Rasen Shurikens, each with the power of one tailed beast. Naruto was also able to create multiple other Rasen Shurikens that he infused with his true secret orbs that were more than enough to destroy multiple meteorites. In his battle against Kaguya, in order to buy time, Naruto performed 5,000 shadow clones that were each so powerful they probably could defeat the entire Shinobi Alliance on their own if you take Rinnegan Sasuke out of the equation. Now of course the strongest ability we see 6-path Naruto perform is the 6-path Big Ball Rasen Shuriken, which he was able to perform after merging 3 Kurumas together, creating the 3-headed Ashura Kurama avatar. This ability combined with Sasuke's Ninja Arrow created such a massive explosion, it looked like what would happen if you detonated the biggest nuke in the world 3 times altogether. The shockwave was so massive that it reached over to where Kakashi and Sakura were. Now even through all these impressive feats, it's still very important that I note that Naruto was able to defeat the Raikage in KCM 1, play the biggest role in the Shinobi Alliance in KCM 2, then help defeat Kaguya and stop Sasuke in 6-path mode all with no breaks. There were no resting periods while all this was going on. So again, when I mentioned that the biggest reason as to why Naruto is superior to Sasuke is literally because of his ability to last longer in fights, I mean it. Whether that's through chakra reserves or self-regeneration. And it literally doesn't stop there, because even as an adult, Naruto received back the other half of Kurama's chakra and an arm that possessed Hashirama cells, which literally made losing his arm worth it in the end. Not to mention, he also has full mastery over all his known abilities just like adult Sasuke. And that for the most part basically covers 6th Path Naruto. Again, if you want a further in-depth look at 6th Path and all his abilities, I made a video already discussing them along with adult Sasuke's. And last but definitely not least, we have Baryon mode, which technically speaking is Naruto's strongest transformation. Baryon mode was made by Naruto and Kurama serving as kernels to produce a whole other new type of energy. This transformation differs from the others because those transformations require Naruto using the chakra that he acquires from elsewhere, whether that be the Sage of 6 Paths or Kurama. This one, however, is just completely different. This is not at all a resemblance to anything like Kurama Link mode, which is used in all 3 transformations in some way. Now, the biggest flaw with this transformation is the fact that to use it, it takes up both Naruto and Kurama's life source. Naruto is freely able to use this transformation as long as his life source is still running. The problem is obviously that it drains out too quick. This transformation is powerful but can still end up killing Naruto and Kurama if they're not smart about how they use it. So for the few minutes Naruto has with this transformation, he has to make the most out of it, but effectively. If he's carelessly throwing punches and extorting his power, his life source will run out quick and he will die. Now, in terms of abilities, the only distinct ability that this mode comes with is his ability to take a user's life source away from them per attack. It was never explained in detail, but I imagine how much life source is drained depends on how powerful the attack is. Because Naruto could not go all out against Ishiki, the most he was able to drain out was like 20 minutes, which does seem like nothing, but if Naruto could go 100% in this mode, I'm sure he could do some serious damage and extend how much life he could drain from any given opponent. So with that said, the reason as to why I'd pick 6th Path Naruto over Baryon mode Naruto is because of durability. If both of these two as adults were to go up against each other, Baryon mode would of course beat the shit out of 6th Path Naruto, but I doubt he'd be able to kill him at the end with a given short time Naruto is able to stay in that mode. When the Naruto versus Ishiki fight gets animated, it's literally gonna seem like everything took place in like 5 to 10 minutes, maybe shorter. And I don't doubt that in time, Baryon mode would kill 6th Path Naruto, but the problem is time. And the fact that 6th Path Naruto is just too durable. The only reason as to why it seemed like Baryon mode was just massively superior to 6th Path is because of the fact that Baryon mode's known ability was to completely counter Ishiki at the time. Ishiki even stated that he wasn't really roughed up and didn't understand as to why he was coughing out blood. It was literally because of the fact that Baryon mode caused his life source to drain when he was already almost out of time. If Baryon mode Naruto fought Ishiki when he was at full power, he would have indefinitely lost after those 5 minutes of shine were up. Lastly, I also want to debunk the misconception that Baryon mode possesses 6th Path, which it doesn't. Again, remember, Naruto and Kurama are giving up their life source to produce a new type of energy. This mode has nothing to do with KCM or 6th Path. It's literally its own new thing. So as confident as I am in thinking that Baryon mode contains, massive chakra reserves, I don't know if he also possesses self-regeneration or if he can use the other tailed beast. But anyways guys, this is going to cover today's video. If you enjoyed, I'd very much appreciate a like, and for more discussion videos like these, be sure to hit that subscribe button. This has been your boy Chosen, and I'll catch you on the next one.